Hello, and welcome back to Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I am Pam, and I am a crocheter who knits a bit. I reside in Southern California. Welcome, April, where we don't have true seasons, and the weather is usually always warm. I live in the Inland Empire with my family. On this channel, we kick it old school style. I do not edit. I will list information in the description box for you below. And everyone who is new, welcome to my little corner of the internet. I am literally in a corner of my craft room. I like this backdrop better. My crew members, some of them are here. And my yarn is behind me. Love yarn, don't we all? I hope everybody is doing well. This is episode 73 of Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. I'm looking over here because I wrote down a few notes. So back in episode 72, let's continue. I said that I was going to talk to you about the Los Angeles yarn crawl. I also have some goodies that I purchased, and I also have some gift items that I received. So grab your pen and pad in case you want to take some notes, get a beverage, maybe a snack, and let's get into it. This was my first time going on. Oh, by the way, you guys like my earrings? Miss Tina of Craft by the Rose gifted these to me, and I thought this color would pop with the color in my t-shirt. This fun little t-shirt, I got it from Five Below. If you have never been to a Five Below, please go. No pun intended. It's a fun, fabulous store. The highest I paid for something in there is $10. Mostly everything is $5 and below. And this t-shirt, beside the colors, it creativity, don't hate, create. I mean, this just screams what us makers are all about. And yes, I did cut the neck out. I love t-shirts, but I always cut the neck out. So I'm just kind of rocking it comfy style today. So anyway, I'm sorry, I digressed. A yarn crawl. This was my first time doing the yarn crawl. It was March 24th through the 27th. In the Los Angeles area. So that encompasses my area. Here, I'm in the Inland Empire, and I'm probably a good, bearing some traffic, a little less than an hour away from the Los Angeles area. So it kind of went all around to Santa Monica. Two stores were in, one store was in Los Angeles, one was in Los Feliz. One is out here, my local yarn store, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. And even going far back as, well, not as far back, but a little bit back towards Claremont, there's a yarn store there too. So how it works, it's usually at the same time every year. This was the first one that they had, I think, in a couple of years because of you know what. And you start at whatever store you want to start at on the day that they start, which was Thursday. And you get a passport. So a passport is just a piece of paper that has all of the stores on it that are participating in the yarn crawl. And there's a square there. So the object is to take your passport, and when you go to the store that's participating, you get a stamp. So you get credit for participating at that store. There's prizes that you can win. Every store has a drawing. So once you finish and you leave your passport at a specific store, you enter into that drawing. So also too, whatever store you go to first off, you get a yarn crawl bag. Now, they're not free. You have to purchase them. So this is my yarn crawl bag. And usually every store that you go to, they give you a pin. And it has the dates and everything on there. and you put all of your goodies inside of your bag. So you take your bag with you wherever you go. So Louise, if you know who Louise is, comment below. Might be something in it for you. Tell me who Louise is. So Louise calls me. Actually, she texts me and she says, hey, yarn crawl's going on, starting off at the store, you know, your local yarn store down the street from your house. Now, they changed names. I did see them, but I didn't, you know, pay it any attention. So I said, okay, let me check it out. I'm going to check it out on Friday when I get off from work and see what's going on. So long story short, I go to Buku, Buku. It is in Laverne, California, and it's a nice little quaint yarn shop. So it's been there for years. It was under another name prior to. So I walk up, I go in. The proprietor recognizes me because Louise and I went to a yarn tasting there a couple of years ago. And this was before the world shut down. And so now it is under a new name and she's the owner. So I was like, okay, this is cool. So I didn't realize that the yarn crawl had started on Thursday. So long story short, I bought my bag there. Okay. I bought Louise a bag there. Okay. So I got to get us started. We got our bags and I got both of our passports there. I got mine stamped because I actually did shop there that day. So let me share with you what I got from Buku. They also give you a pattern. You can get a knit pattern and a crochet pattern when you go to all of the shops, which I think is very cool. They have it where you can scan it on your phone and you can save it, or you have until a certain amount of time to get it off of Ravelry. However, you can access that. So they cater to crochet a lot now. Everywhere we went, we saw samples of the same item knit and the same item crochet. So I thought that was very cool because usually things are more on the knit side than crochet, but crochet has been incorporated this time, and that is really, really cool. So when I went to Buku, I was looking, now I'm not supposed to be buying yarn. So I don't know, I know. But I wanted to support my local yarn shop, and I was looking for a colorway that would kind of go with another colorway that was gifted to me, and we'll talk about that in a minute, because I want to work on just like this massive flowing boomerang crescent type shawl with the ends where it's just curling down and I could just go okay, I'm okay, you guys, really. So anyway, Buku, her name is Amanda, and she is the dyer behind this beautiful yarn. The name of this yarn is called Stanley the Parrot. This is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There are 245 yards of yumminess here. So this color was perfect. So I purchased this. Of course, everyone has a ton of fingering weight yarn, but I wanted DK weight so I don't have to hold it double. So this was my first purchase. And then I was moving around the store and I came across, this was, no, not this one. I'm sorry. Okay, I think I put it already on my phone. I got the free patterns from there. There was this shawl that I just described to you, and I was talking to one of the ladies that was in the store, And she said, oh, I knitted that. And I didn't take a picture of it either. And of course, you guys know I don't know how to pop anything in. I did post my pictures on my community page from my trip to Buku, but they only let you post 5, so I did 2 posts so that you can see my trip to Buku. But I thought, okay, I want to make this shawl, and I've never bought a kit. And she described everything to me, told me how easy it was to knit and to make. And I said, well, I like, the one color scheme there that she had. And she said, this is it. Oh, no. Quiet, Louise. I can hear you. Yeah, I bought the kit because you get a huge discount during the crawl. And if you have your passport stamped. So this was one of the things that you can get a % off on. They offer percentages off on yarn and certain things in the store during the yarn crawl, which is very cool, very accommodating. So I thought, I hope you guys can see this color scheme. Kind of a mustardy color right there, a little yellow. That'll feed my pink. I love pink things. I love the jewel tones, the greens, the burgundies, the wine colors. And there's that nice soft gray. So this is the kit for the shawl. And I think the shawl is called the Dorothea. So this is the Buku kit for the shawl. And guess what, you guys? Can you guess? This is fingering weight yarn. Quiet, Louise, I can hear you. So yeah, this is, my glasses fell. This is fingering weight yarn. So cheer me on. I'm trying to step outside of my comfort zone. The shawl was absolutely beautiful, and yeah, it was really pretty. And it was just flowing and billowing, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to make it, but I'm going to give it a shot. She suggested I use a bigger needle, which I have to because I am a tight crocheter and I am a tight knitter. So, okay. I did that damage by myself. So then the next day, which is Saturday, Louise and I hook up, roll on down, pick her up, and then we're on our way to the Little Knittery, which is in Los Feliz. And that is the shop where, when Seta came, they hosted a meet and greet at that shop for Seta. Cute little quaint shop. I did put those pictures up, I think the day after I went, on my community page, but I'll leave them all there. Just scroll down and scroll over and look at everything. So we went there. Now, I was really good there because I didn't purchase anything. They had beautiful yarn. I did get my passport stamped, and they gave us, you get a free pattern. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. This is the pattern. I'm going to fold it over because I don't want to do anything bad. It's called the TLK Shawl. I was standing there talking to the person who knit this and designed this, and her name is Karen Clements, and very nice person, super nice. She is on Ravelry, and all of her information is there. Look at this, you guys. This is the shawl that I want to knit, okay? And I'm going to use this to knit it. That's what I wanted to do. Now, at the time I didn't know that because I bought this first, but as soon as I walked into the Little Knittery and I saw this and I was talking to the designer, then I'm like, yep, that's it. So this was one of the free patterns that we could get for being a yarn crawler. And there was another pattern that was knit, and this is crochet. And it's called the Blue Shrug. And it's a crochet pattern. So they had knit samples, they had crochet samples. Right on, you guys. Let's cater to both. So Louise, she did her thing in the Little Knittery. And I was just walking around, you know, talking to people and taking a few pictures and just enjoying, you know, being out. And then our next stop, every time we go to Los Feliz, we have to eat at, I think it's called Fred's 62. Right down the street, they have the absolute best. Understand? Best sloppy joes on the planet. Bar none. Onion rings, skinny fries. When's the last time you've seen skinny fries? Milkshakes. We left there. Both of our stomachs hurt. I mean, like hurt. But we made it to the car and we're trucking on down the highway. And our next stop is the Knitting Tree in Inglewood in the Los Angeles area. Now, I think there was a meet and greet there also too for Seta when she was here the second time. And that's where I met Kimthecraftynomad and Vicky of Gotcha Hooked. And, you know, we all got together there during that time also too, because it's kind of local, you know, it's not too far for all of us to get there. So Saturday, Louise and I, that was our last stop. And I did buy some yarn. Okay. I also have plans for this. I must say that I didn't buy anything that I do not have plans for. I had something in mind and it will go with something else that I already have here. So this is by Porter Wool Company. I think she's from Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken, either Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. Super nice, very knowledgeable. It was fun talking to her. And I'm sorry, I do not remember her name. She's at porterwoolco.com. This colorway is called Roasted Peach, and inside of here, I hope you guys can see that, you have a beautiful speckle pattern of pink. So there's your peach, your pink, there's like an ivory color. This is gorgeous. It's really pretty. It is Merino DK, 100% superwash merino. There's 250 yards and it's DK. Your girl likes DK. So yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. It feels good. I had to have the squish test going. I had to put it on my fingers. You know, everything was safe there. Everywhere we went, you had the option to wear a mask or not. Most people chose to wear a mask. You had to put hand sanitizer on your hands. So it was great. And there were a lot of people that came out. So this was my purchase at the Little Knittery. Excuse me. The Knitting Tree. I get them mixed up. So I think this was the pattern from there. Maybe not. Okay. This is cute. They had knit patterns. You can get a free pattern, and they had crochet patterns. So this crochet pattern, I'm going to fold this up. Annette is the owner of the Knitting Tree. And this is super cute. It is a bucket hat called Feeling So Audrey Hat by Annette Corsino. I hope you guys can see that. Isn't that cute? And it's really cute in person too. I think this is on her website. I'm not certain. It may have just been a pattern that you could get because you participated in the yarn crawl. Not sure about that. So then here's the other pattern that's knit. This was super cute. When we first walked in, there were beautifully knit. They're called emotional support chickens. And they were all in the front as you walk into the store. Super cute. I took a picture with one. Check out my community page. I posted it there. And the knit pattern is called The Chicken Hat by Bonnie Ikemura. And look at the hat. She was there and she was wearing it. And it was super cute. It's super cute. So this is a step-by-step pattern on how to knit that. Then, after we were inside, in the parking lot of the Knitting Tree, was the Yarnover Truck. Now, I have never, and I posted a picture on my community page, I've never been to the Yarnover Truck. And if you just imagine, it looks like, well, some of you might know, but just in case you don't, when you see the food trucks, that's what it looks like. It's all blue and it's got a big ball of, let me see if I can do this without giving away anything. That's the symbol right there. And she opens up the doors, and when you walk in, there's cubbies on either side. So there's yarn to your left, there's yarn to your right, there's yarn in front of you, there are accessories there for you to purchase, and they have a knit and crochet sample just on the outside of the doors that you can look at before you walk in. So when you go into the Yarnover Truck, you also get a stamp on your passport, and she gives you a button, and she gives you a little bag of Yarnover Truck buttons. She gives you one that you can put on your bag. Yarnover Truck. So that was my first time. You have to wear a mask inside of there. You had to sanitize your hands before you went in. She did not rush you. You could take your time and look and squish and decide and make up your mind. And then you get 2 free patterns. One was knit and one was crochet. So let me see if I could do this. This is the crochet pattern, and it's called Blooming Stripes by Maridee Dangcil. I hope I'm not butchering that. So isn't that cute? Very nice. And then on the back of it, this is called Afifa. This is knit. Super cute. So these are free patterns. As you can tell, they have the scan code there, and I quickly downloaded them to my my Kindle when I got home, because that's where I like to keep things. And then the rest of these, I put them in a little sleeve so that I could keep them where I have all of my other patterns. But this was so much fun. And then you pick up like little trinkets like this. These are some scissors. There was a yarn at the Little Knittery featured. It was called Dream. They have a featured yarn where you can get 10% off or 15% off or whatever it is that they were offering. And you get little trinkets like this, and you get buttons and different fun things as you go along on the crawl. So we ended our day at the crawl on Saturday at the knitting tree. So I checked my Instagram, and then Michelle from Two Bossy Knits, she DM'd me and she said, can you grab me a bag from the crawl? So I went back Sunday morning with intentions of shopping at the Yarnover Truck, because I didn't do it the day before. I was really trying to, and I did well. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I didn't want to buy anything unless I had a project in mind. I had all of that, in my mind. So I went back first thing in the morning. They weren't even open. And there were people already lined up at the Yarnover Truck, and people were parking and sitting in their cars. And it's kind of exciting, So I had my passport because I wanted to turn in my passport. You have to turn in your passport at one of the stops in order to be entered into their drawing for whatever they were giving away at that store. Some of the stores had really nice gift baskets, and the Little Knittery had a beautiful Norol yarn basket. I mean, it was just full of Norol yarn and all kinds of goodies. So, it depends. So I wanted to turn in our passports because Louise had given me her passport when I dropped her off. And so I went early, turned in the passport. I didn't do the Yarnover Truck. I grabbed a brand new bag for Michelle and took some pictures, and then I left. And I was super proud of myself, for doing that. So, okay. If you guys ever get a chance to do a yarn crawl, they have them, I think, once a year. Do it. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to go very far. You'll be surprised that there's local yarn shops that participate in your area. And it is a lot of fun. A fun way to spend the day with a yarny friend. Okay. Prior to that, as you know, Louise, she went to Stitches this year. I didn't get to go. And that's okay, because Louise, thank you, she brought me something back. So I want to share that with you, and then I'll let you guys go. Boom. I couldn't wait to cake this up. This is Madeline Tosh, and okay. This is Tosh Vintage, City of Trees, and this is the signature yarn that they dyed specifically for Stitches West, which was in Sacramento last month. So Tosh Vintage, love it. City of Trees, look at those greens. Now, remember what I said earlier? Boom. What do you guys think? Huh? Yeah. So that's why I bought this, to add to this. And I'm not sure. Huh? Let me know. So I was thankful for that. And then she gave me this beautiful mug by Alexandria, The Art of Yarn. This is hand thrown. And I love mugs. And blue is one of my favorite colors. And then inside, she got me a pin. That's a Mad Tosh pin. And this, you put this on your beanie after you've made it. Okay, there's a curse word on the back of here, so I'm just giving you a warning. I love it. Hand bleep made. Yes, I made that. So, yes, Louise. Thank you, thank you. And then, last thing, I love these little, I talked about these in my last episode, love these little stitch markers. These are for knitters because they hang right there. They come in all different colors and I love them. And I saw that they had pink. It is getting warm, even though it rained. See? So you can get these on Amazon. And you guys, I'm not gonna, it takes a lot of time to put every single link about every single thing that I talk about. So if I say I got these on Amazon, then these are called Haya stitch markers. I will just put the name there, Haya stitch markers, Amazon, and then you can just type it in and look it up. That's a lot easier for me. And then I needed some 5.5 needles. I have 5.0 and I normally will start a brim for knitting with a 5.0 and then go up to a 5.5 and then go up to a 6 point. And so you can have that room if you have hair, and then go back down to a 5.0 and close with the 5.0. Oh my God, when I am decreasing. You're like, wow, yeah, because sometimes people need room right in here, and that's why I do that. So I wanted double pointed needles is what I was trying to think of. These are Knitter's Pride Dreams with a Z. I love these needles. These are fixed. I do have an interchangeable set, but I also like my fixed needles as well. These are smooth. I really like these a lot. Inexpensive. I think they were like, I don't know, $12, something like that. Knitter's Pride Dreams, Amazon. Okay, and that's it, you guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thanks for watching. I so appreciate all of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Please take care and be kind. See ya.